Hi everyone. In the aftermath of COVID-19, online teaching is the talk of the town. We know that there are many platforms like Google Meet, Classroom, Big Blue Button, Zoom, Extra Marks, etc. for online teaching. Here we are integrating Google Classroom and Google Meet in the mobile phone so that classes are possible on the go. Also, we discuss here two inseparable applications for online teaching, that is Jamboard and Google Calendar. As we know, Google Meet helps to have a live session, whereas Google Classroom helps for all classworks. Thus, combining it makes an ideal platform. In order to limit within the time frame, this video strictly adheres to the perspective of a teacher. Students' interaction is not taken into account for the time being, which can be met in another video soon. So let us get on to the topic.
All these applications can be downloaded from Google Play Store. Go to Play Store, type in the application you wanted, like Google Meet. Since I already installed it, I'm getting a notification as update. If you haven't installed, follow the procedures and install it. Likewise, you may install Google Classroom. I have installed it. Then goes Jamboard. Likewise, Google Calendar. Google Calendar by default might have installed in most of the Android phones. If not, you have to install that. Once you install all these four applications, they are Google Classroom, Google Jamboard, Google Meet and Google Calendar. You are ready for your session. Now let's get into the working of it. Firstly, let us go to the Google Classroom. There you see a plus button, click that. Since you are entering to the class as a teacher, click on create class. There are some instructions, you can just tick it and go to continue. Give a class name. Maybe you can give, for example, commerce 1, section say A, room maybe 1, subject say for example economics. You can create a class. So now your class is created. Once you are in the classroom, you can see a settings option there. There you can see general setting under that class code. If you give a long press, you can copy that. The code is copied. Even you can reset the code. If you reset, it will become like that. Then again you can copy it. This class code can be sent to the students by WhatsApp, or you can invite students by giving their email address. Anyway, your class setting is saved. Since you changed the class code, you have been asked to save it. Now let's see how you invite people. For that, what you got to do is you have to click on students. If you have their email address, just type in their email address. For example, I have one email ID. If I click that student is joined into my class. I can send invitation. Student will be automatically getting that invitation in their email. By that link, they can enter into the class. So students can either enter by sending the code via WhatsApp or some other medium, or by inviting them through the email link. In the class, you can see three windows at the bottom. One is stream, other one is classwork, and third one is people. People we just discussed. Here you can see share with your class. Just click that. Suppose if you wanted to give an extract of textbook or a chapter to the students before the live session, you can send it to the students, and with a note maybe that for example, go through the topic before the live session. And you can click on the attachment button there. Yes, add an attachment. If the extract is in drive or link or file, you can get it from there, or even you can take a photo or a PDF, whatever. In the file, for example, how you do it in a file, in the file you click it, then suppose you wanted to have this file, it comes there. Now the arrow button over there, if you click that, the attachment and the note will go to the students who are entering to your class. Now you can see the work that you shared with your students. See here the attachment and the note what you have sent them, both are displayed there in the classroom. Now come to the live interaction, that is using Google Meet through Google Classroom. You have to firstly schedule the meeting. For that, let's go to the classroom, and at the top left you can see 3 lines. Click on that, and calendar is synchronized with classroom, so that you can click on calendar here. So there is a plus button at the bottom, click that, then choose event. So you got to give a title for the event, that is say chapter 1, and you can schedule the time. 30 minutes before there will be notification. You have to invite somebody. For example, I invite this person, and when you invite somebody only, you will have this window, Hangout Meet window, activated. Then after that you can add some note, say please be on time, and you can save the event. They'll ask you whether to send invitation through email. Save it. Yes, the event is created. Once the event is created, you go to the calendar. You can see that the event which we have created is chapter 1, which is there. Click on it. So in the join video call, you can see that there is a link over there. Just click on to that. Students would have already got the link by email, so we can click on that. You are into Google Meet. So you can, as your wish, can switch off the camera if you wanted to. You can join meeting. So you are into the meeting. Now you can see that there are some options. One thing is that if you click on this, you can see the link there. If you can share it, even if some students, if you wanted to invite them instantly, you can send that through WhatsApp, and with that link they can easily join to the room, Google Meet room. Then comes some chat. If you wanted to say hi to the students, that will go. You can press the arrow button there. There are some very useful options, like if you switch on captions, whatever you say through your microphone will be typed on the screen. And another option is those 3 buttons. If you click, you can see those options. that present the screen is a very useful option. If you present the screen, whatever be there on your screen will be displayed to the guests, students. People see everything on your screen. You can present your screen. Everything on your screen can be seen by the students. So you start presenting. Now you can go to Jamboard. So you have to go to Jamboard application, open it. If there is a plus button, press it. You get a new whiteboard. There are some options like a pen tool. You can change the colors, and if you write something like that color, in that color it will be displayed. You have an eraser where you can erase it. You have an arrow tool. Then you have some sticky note tool where you can type down some letters which can come as a sticky note. You can place it wherever you want it to. Then you can have content from Drive. You can even have work your camera with this. Image library, you could download images onto the whiteboard. Now comes some extra assistive tool. Now another thing is that you can keeping these things on the first board. You can have the second board here. The first board will remain as such. You can have the second one. You can have the third one. It goes like that. So in the second one we will show you another helping tool. You take the pen tool, and you have assistive drawing tool where you can have text assist. So whatever you type here, or write here rather, will come as a proper typed text. Now another tool is drawing tool for drawing diagrams and all. So if you have something like, if you are drawing a circle, for example, if you draw a circle, it comes as a proper circle. You can erase it. If you draw line, it becomes like a diagram, it becomes like that. So with proper use of Jamboard, your class can be much more effective. Then afterwards you have to go back to Google Meet, and once you've done with your live stream, you have to close the session. You are back to the Google Meet window. By pressing the middle button, you can end the session. Here comes the concluding part of our session, that is assessment and follow-up works. For that, again, you have to go to Classroom, click that, and as you know, we have already created one class called as Commerce 1. Click that, and you can see the window classwork. Click that, and the plus button, we haven't given any classwork yet, so click on the plus button. We can see that we can give assignments, questions, materials, topics, etc. If you click on assignments, you can see that title can be given, any kind of description is possible, and marks, it's already been given 100. You can change that. You can make it even as ungraded as well. Anyway, points, that's what we discussed. Now due date can be set, and the topic as well. Here there is an option for having attachment. So if you click on the attachment button, you can select from any of these drives, if Google Drive or link of file or wherever the file is there, you can attach it, and by clicking on this forward button, it will go to the concerned student. Likewise, you can have questions. In the case of questions, again, marks, due date, all those things you can change. You can have either short answer questions or multiple choice questions. If you have multiple choice questions, there is a possibility for adding options. You can add more and more options here. So there again you have the attachment option, and it goes from the same source, and you can have a forward button so that students can get it. The best part of Google Classroom is that students can go through their work, and they can submit back to the teacher, and teacher can award marks. And for example, one of the classrooms that I have created is Commerce Plus 2. Here, as an example, I have given marks to one of my students. It is the student has returned a work. I gave marks 10 out of 100. As an example, it is. In this sense, these two platforms, that is Google Classroom and Google Meet, make an ideal platform for online teaching. Of course, online teaching is no match for real classroom experience. And initially, there could be hiccups to get used to this online teaching. But as and when you are more into it, more hands-on experience will make it much easier for you, and you will start enjoying it. Wish you all a very happy online teaching experience, and thank you for watching the video.